your DHS in the parking lot to participate in the Ford test drive for your school. Troy Brown and the All Nation Ford have been gracious enough to give Palmetto High School $20 for every test drive. There will be several brand new models to choose from, so come out tomorrow and support your Tigers.
What's up, boss? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, perfect timing, really. Well, it took me. Hey, listen, I parked 40 minutes ago.
Are there any extra questions?
I couldn't make it up.
Captains for tonight's game for Palmetto High School are number 9, Alonzo Houston, number 31, Andrew Duncan, number 55, Eric Porter, and number 85, Andrew Osborne. We also have tonight 2 Palmetto hometown heroes, guest captains, former West Point player and Army captain Josh Mitchell, and USA track star and Olympic runner Alexis Love. Captains tonight for Lakewood Ranch, number 5, Justin Curtis, number 28, Noah Benguzzi, number 34, Chase Sharp, and number 80, Nikki Desersic.
Here, Rick. Tiger Vision fans, we are live from Paradise here at Harley Stadium. We wish you a happy homecoming on this homecoming Friday night celebration. Tonight, we have a good one for you as we host 7A District 11 local rival, the Lakewood Ranch Mustangs, here in the jungle at Harley Stadium in beautiful Palmetto. I'm Brian Varnador, and I'm joined tonight by my broadcast partner, Rick Wells. You know, Rick, Lakewood Ranch has some dynamic playmakers, and they're led by senior quarterback number 5, Justin Curtis, and running back number 11, Mason Fisher, and a very talented tight end and a receiving group. The Mustangs come in tonight's game with a 3-1 record and need to bounce back after a big loss to Venice last week. With that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Rick Wells, for his thoughts. Rick?
Hey, thank you, Brian. Tiger fans, good to be back here on a beautiful Friday night. We had a little bit of rain that came through earlier. Hopefully that's going to stop. Feels a little wet. Brian, tonight is all about trying to recover mentally from a pretty hard loss last week against Braden River. I thought the kids played extremely well. But with that being said, a loss is a loss, and that's really a big game that they had circled a year ago, and they knew that they wanted to have a good showing against Braden River and win that game. Unfortunately, that did not happen. There's still a lot of football to take place here, and we still have a lot of games in the district that we've got to take care of. Tonight is about staying focused and not trying to allow what happened last week affect you tonight, Brian.
Right.
I don't want there to be a case I let down here thinking that Braden River is not going to, or I'm sorry, Lakewood Ranch is not going to be that tough. We'll breeze through this, looking for Northport next week and Venice after that. So, we got some key injuries. We got Jesse West still out, our left tackle. Jason Spicer is not playing tonight, and we're going to have to have that next man step in there and take over.
And speaking of the next man, we're going to kick this off. There's been a movement. Freddie Manriquez is not kicking the ball off tonight, so one of the JV players has come up there. That's number 42 that's going to come and kick this one away. And we'll get you his name here as the broadcast continues. So Freddie Manriquez, the normal starter here, is not kicking off. Now this is a left-footed kicker that approaches the ball here. So they're about to kick it live here. We're about to kick things off here in this important Class 7A District 11 game. Left-footed kicker gets a nice high kick, high. It's going to be fielded at the 12-yard line, taking the ball to the 20. He's up to 25, breaks the tackle initial. He's got the edge, the outside, and then it's going to be a nice play over there, number 11, Derek Marino, going over there to make a fine play.
Yeah, good job out of the special teams, Brian. I think that's another thing that our special teams are going to have to step up here tonight. They're used to seeing Freddie kick that thing to the end zone about 99% of the time. That's probably not going to be the case tonight. They're going to have to go down there and make some plays.
Right, looking over the line here, it looks like quarterback Justin Curtis is going to take this one out of the shotgun. He's got one single back there with him, one single receiver on each side. Actually, he's got a receiver on the slot to the right. Takes it, hands it off to the running back. Nice play by the Palmetto. The ball's on the ground. Tigers looks like they've come up with a recovery there, and that is a outstanding play there. And that's number 99, Matthew Wyatt, hustling across.
Yeah, good job, right, Brian? That's Matt Wyatt, who is that sophomore filling in tonight. He got the start on the D-line and makes an impact right away. He's a great ball player. He's somebody that we can look forward to seeing the next 2 years.
What you saw there from Wyatts, and you've seen that from the Wyatts that have played here at Palmetto High School. He plays with great leverage, got underneath and past the guard there, and then a little bit of a shaky exchange there with Mason Fisher in the backfield. Now Marino is going to start this one, big offensive line out there, and in the H-back position you have Osborne is back there. One receiver on each side. And we've got Jonte Wester in motion. Jet sweep. He's got the edge, and there's a flag over there. Good block by Osborne on the edge. Goes for a nice gain of a first down, but there's a flag, and that's probably going to be some kind of movement over there, Rick.
Yeah, waiting for the call. But like you said, Osborne had a great block. Everything that you want on jet sweep. It had some running room there for Jonte. Picks up some good yards, and it looks like this is probably going to come back.
Push out of bounds by number 21.
So that would be
on that play.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the Tigers. So it's a movement out there by one of the receivers out there wide. So that backs us up 5 yards. 1st and 15. Ball is spotted at the 30-yard line. Eric Porter's out there at left tackle. And we have out wide Marino. Derek Marino's out wide. Motion there by Jonte Wester. Little bubble pass out there. Good cut out there. It's going to be Butler running hard, running down to the 21-yard line. That's Herman White. Slipped Herman White in there.
Yeah, and Herman got a lane to run through there. Some nice running room. Good blocking by the receivers. We always talk about that as well. Picks up a good chunk of that yardage back, but we have a hold on that call, Brian. So we're going to get backed up even further. So not a good start offensively for the Tiger offense.
So it's 1st and 25. You know what to look for here. The good plays for some screen action. You know, one thing we've seen from this Palmetto Tiger team, we really have a stable of backs, you know, 4 deep in the rotation. And now Herman White is back there. Jonte Wester out there. David Burston wide to the right. Trey Goodman in the slot. Marino takes the ball under center, hands the ball off to, that's a great cut by Herman White. He's got the edge. Look at this. He's got it all the way down past the first down marker, down to the 3-yard line. Herman White, and another flag on the play.
Wow, and that's in the area of holding once again, Brian. And
yeah, that would be in the area of Matthews over there on the edge. I was looking at Matthews over there, and I didn't see it. I didn't see any, you know, jerseys being held or arms far away from the body, so I didn't see that one, Rick.
I didn't either. We got 3 offensive plays and 3 offensive flags, and now we've got to figure out what we're going to do. This is really not how we wanted to start this game. A great run by Herman White to get this thing back to.
So
that was going to be
first
from
and goal.
Yeah, and that was from the spot of the foul. So it was a little bit past the line of scrimmage out there. So it must have been one of the receivers blocking downfield, and so brings up a 1st and 17. Marino's in the backfield with Herman White. 2 receivers out here to the left, 1 single out there wide right. Marino takes it, hands the ball off Herman White. One nice cut, middle of the field, takes a big hit, and he's gone. And he makes a great cut. 5, touchdown. Elijah Davis. They're shifting the backs on us here, Rick. But Elijah Davis with a fine run.
Well, that was something to actually celebrate. After 3 dismal offensive plays, we're able to get just an outstanding run by EJ. Offensive line did their job, opened up a huge hole for him, and we didn't have a flag. So we are in business.
Yeah,
with 10:32 in the first quarter, we pick up 6 here, and we're going to have our new kicker. We will try to identify him later.
Yeah, we'll get that to you later, but we have Andrew Duncan's going to snap this one back there to Anthony Marino. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and it is good. So your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 7-0 with 10 minutes and 32 seconds remaining here on this homecoming Friday first quarter.
We need to figure out who that young man is. I'll tell you that he was kicking for the JV team, and we had absolutely no issues in the kicking game, and then he left when Freddie got hurt, and Coach Marino was going to make sure that he was never without a kicker again, a backup kicker.
Right.
And now the JV team, we're doing 2-point conversions. You know, we've got receivers punting the ball. It's kind of ugly, but they haven't lost the game yet. So we're glad that we have an opportunity to bring this young man up here and
we
get him some time.
We had a fun moment. You know, Lester Johnson was kicking the ball, almost whiffed on one, and then Derek Marino got up there and got a touchback. You know, Derek, the receiver, gets up there. You know, there was a penalty and was able to get his record his first touchback of the season. Now the kicker's going to approach this one, left-footed kick. Reese Lyons is standing right next to him, running down the field, sprinting fast. Good recovery. Now the ball's muffed there at the 10-yard line, takes the middle field, takes a big hit, and he's rodeoed down there. And let's come up with a number there. That looks like
15-yard line tackle on the play.
I'm going to go with Tyroke Castillo is making the play on that.
Yep, you're right, Brian. And so the special team, the kickoff team is getting a lot of work here, and they will hopefully throughout the night as we continue to score touchdowns and give them a chance to get down there and kind of practice themselves.
Justin Curtis is going to take that, and he's got Fisher in the backfield with him. Fisher likes to bounce the ball out wide. They have a very nice receiver out there, number 81, Cooper Corley out there. Runs the ball in the middle field. Nobody's home. That one's going to go for about a half-yard, actually a 2-yard loss on the play. Great penetration by the center of the line there, and that's going to be Nichols out there, and Wyatt just blew that up.
Yeah, you also had Samuel Pasco out there. You had just a host of Tigers on that, which is a good sign. They are getting all the push they need. when the ball is snapped, so it's a good sign for us.
2 receivers wide. Big tight end. Kosursic goes in motion. Big
Big hit.
wicked hit
Wow.
on the play. Wow. And
That's going to be Brandon Waiters, number
Brandon
23.
Waiters,
Brandon Waiters.
number 23. And we've seen Brandon make some huge hits in that Lake Gibson game.
Right.
If you remember, he is a big-time hitter. And nice scheme there by the defense. Coming out in a 4-3 and single safety. Now Houston's shifting to the right side of the field. Quarterback rolls to the right, flips a little pass out there. And he makes a great catch, but he's out of bounds. And so hustling over there was Josh Rowden, but really good coverage by the Tigers.
Yeah, good coverage by Sidney Pompey on that. And the ball was thrown out of bounds anyway, so he was going to catch that. But a good job by the defense, really, making a statement already in this game that they're going to be physical. They're going to be quick off the ball, and Lakewood Ranch was not really able to do much on that drive.
Now, Jacob Enos is going back there to kick this one, and so he's going to snap that. High snap, the ball's on the ground, turns around, and he rolls one to the middle line, picking it up there, and so it's going to be Palmetto ball.
That was amazing that we were able to even touch that ball on the ground. I think that's what you call a mistake.
Yeah, that's a miracle.
But we were able to, because that thing was a line drive.
Yeah, that was a worm burner coming out of there.
Oh, my goodness.
Came out of there.
Yeah, snapped over his head. Able to regain his composure, get a foot on it anyway. But we're going to start once again with this excellent field position here at about the 15-yard line.
And we did have a pretty good downpour here before the game, and when you're out there snapping the football, it gets slick, and it looked like that's what got away from him back there. Kicker went up, climbed the ladder, but couldn't make the catch. Now Marino's got this. So he's got a bunch formation, 3 receivers out here to the right. And they're going to call movement again on this, and the play was wide open.
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on here, Brian. I'm not really able to figure out why we are jumping. I mean, another penalty. That's going to be 4 on the offense already, and
Start against the Tigers.
I tell you,
we've only run 5 plays.
We'd like to have this crew. There was some movement early last week in the game that we watched. And so tonight they're calling that really tight, and Herman White's in the back there field with Marino. 2 receivers out here. Marino's got it, hands the ball off to Herman White. Nice cut in the middle of the field, driving forward, goes for about a 5-yard gain on the play, so that'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
If we could just
Tackle on the play by number 28,
keep
Noah
from
Bugatti.
committing a foul, Jonte is going to score a touchdown tonight around the edge. There's no doubt.
You got that. And then Pisano's over here wide to the left. Goodman over here. Herman White, strong cut, goes for about a 8-yard gain on the play. Good blocking over there on the right-hand side of the lane by Ingram out there, Gullett, and Matthews over there doing a fine job.
Yeah, I mean, you can already tell the defensive line for Lakewood Ranch, they're not that big. We are blowing them off the ball and just opening up, big holes for our backs.
So 3rd and 4, good run up the center of the field, takes a big hit,
Oh, he
ball's on the
fumbled.
ground. And so that looks like it's going to be fumbled into the end zone and recovered by a Tiger. Wow. And that's Derek Marino come out of that?
Yes,
yeah,
he
Derek
did.
Marino hustles out and takes a big shot from Osborne on the celebration.
I wouldn't be trying to jump up there with Andrew.
No. Andrew, 6'3", 235. Derek was excited about that one. And so Marino is in the books here, Derek Marino. So the Tigers lead 13-8 here, or 13-0 with 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Now we got the name. We have the name on that kicker. Rick Duncan is going to be snapping this one back to Marino. Good snap, good spot, kicks up, it's good. And that's Gonzalez on the kick, and I believe it's Rafael Gonzalez.
You're correct, Brian.
Another quick 7 after
So that's a good thing. You know, we saw Rafael Gonzalez. He appeared in the Lake Gibson game. One thing we saw, he gets the ball up quickly. He gets the ball. He doesn't have the leg strength of Manriquez yet, you know, for the kicking. But we see him. He's doing a fine job kicking.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Robbie before the game, and he has a lot of ability, this young man, and Robbie really feels like as he gets stronger, he's going to be an outstanding kicker, and you'll see those balls going into the end zone, and you'll see that leg strength built up. He's really he's confident that this young man is going to be the kicker of the future once Freddie leaves.
And I like any time that you throw a different wrinkle when you have a left-footed punter or you have a left-footed kicker. As the receivers are back there filling the ball, it gives you a different look, different spin. And it's always you know, when Robbie Stevenson himself was a left-footed punter and field goal kicker, he used to give people fits by punting the ball with his left foot. Now, Rodriguez takes this one, drives it a high kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line, turning it up. He's at the 20. He's taking a huge hit there is Josh Rowden, and so he's right at the 20-yard line. So good coverage by that Palmetto Tiger special teams unit.
Yeah, I mean, he's kicking to about the 5-yard line, but he's getting the ball up in the air. There's a lot of hang time there, and he's giving the kicking team time to get down there, and they're staying in their lanes, everything that you want, and making good tackles. But if you would have told me before the game that we would have 4 or 5 offensive penalties and we'd be up 14-0,
yeah,
here in the first quarter, I would have told you you're crazy. That's what's happened.
That wouldn't have been the first time, Rick. But Mason Fisher is going to take this one out of the shotgun. He's in the backfield back there, actually, with Justin Curtis. Big tight end. Kasurshik goes across the line. Oh, nothing there. Great play. And you might want to consider blocking. And was that Waiters again?
Yeah, we also you got Andrew Osborne that made the tackle.
And that was 30 out there. And on the backside of the play, Osborne on the play. So we had Kendall Reynolds out there on one side. And then, you know, interesting wrinkle here. You know, Osborne's a long snapper. He's a tight end. He plays D, and now he's playing in the middle of the field. We saw him play some fullback last week. So he's playing in the middle of the field on the D line tonight. So that's a different wrinkle for this Tiger D.
Look at him. I mean, they're getting off the ball, buddy.
And he's got the receiver wide open on the play, and he goes for a big gain. And we've got going to get a targeting call over there on the tackle. That's my guess.
With a nice pass around the left side to tight end Drake Theroux.
So that was.
Hopefully that's just going to be maybe a late hit.
I don't know. He was inbounds, clearly inbounds there. The flag was dropped. And, you know, let's see what we're going to do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So we've got a targeting there. And that's going to be a first down here. So as they sort things out, 7 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Your Palmetto Tigers lead this homecoming game 14-0. And Lakewood Ranch is making the most out of some good fortune here. A good tackle out there by the Tiger defense and a targeting. Now over here, Josh Rowden is out wide on this side of the field. Justin Curtis takes this one under center this time, looking over, checking things over. Looks out there to Corley Cooper. The tight end number 81 is out there wide. It's a handoff to Fisher, and oh boy, is he blown up. Wow, the middle line, that's Osborne. Was that Houston and Osborne? They just blew that up. And interesting wrinkle. You know, we haven't seen Osborne play inside, but what we're seeing tonight is, you know, this is very effective tonight.
What I'm seeing right now is they cannot block Andrew. So they are trying to do their best to handle him, but he is getting right through that offensive line every time. He's coming right off that tackle, and now he's moving to the middle nose guard.
Switching Lester Johnson over there. So now Palmetto's rolling up, and this is a 5-man look. You know, there's almost a bear look here. Expect some extreme pressure on this play. Now rolling back just a tad. Houston creeping up on the edge. Oh, dear. And there's going to be a big sack on the play. And you can see that one coming.
Yes.
It goes back to the 29-yard line.
You called it, Brian. I tell you what, I don't think, unless the defense makes just a serious mistake, I don't think that Lakewood Ranch can score on this defense. I really don't. And unless we just give them enough yardage and penalties that gets them close, they are just looking extremely aggressive tonight, and they're coming off that ball with fire.
I'm telling you what, that, you know, if I'm Lakewood Ranch over there, I'm dialing up some screen plays. You know, if we're not going to block them, let them come. Let's listen. They're getting there so fast. That time, you know, they were literally with 7 guys 5 yards into the backfield. You know, it was like a jailbreak across the offensive line there. So, you know, the only thing I could think of to counter with that is maybe some quick hitters and some screen action. But
that's really all you got, because he only has about 2 seconds to get rid of that ball, if that. And
yeah, they're done. The Palmetto defensive coaching staff and the personnel, the players are dialing one up here this evening. And Osborne's out there. Charles Miller in the middle of the field along with Lester Johnson. Houston's in the backfield with Kendall Reynolds and Andrew Duncan. Martinez is out here wide in coverage. Curtis takes this one, fakes a handoff, looking out there, nothing there. Then he throws the ball late. Good route. Excellent defense there. And that's going to be Castillo. Tyrene Castillo making a great play.
I couldn't tell if that was Martinez or Castillo, but great coverage.
Yeah, it was Latone Martinez that came over there. And even if the receiver catches, there's no force out here in high school. So even if he makes the catch, he's able to take the receiver out of bounds.
Right.
So now they're in a punting situation. And back there to punt there is Jacob Enos. And returning the kick. And that's Jonte Wester back there returning the punt.
Jonte Wester back to return the punt.
He's got that one. Good punt.
Good punt.
Aiming for the sideline and takes a very poor bounce. So that's going to be down at the 33. So Palmetto Tigers will start this one. 5 minutes and 15 seconds here remaining in this first quarter.
So, you know, outside of the penalties, you know, everything is looking really good tonight offensively. We just got to clean it up, and we got to figure out what's going on. There's really no reason for the offensive line to be holding anyone on that defensive front for Lakewood Ranch. They are undersized. They are not quick. We have a considerable advantage in size and weight here, so we just need to clean things up and play crisp, because we're just hurting ourselves by not allowing our backs to pick up that yardage they're looking for.
Yeah, they've been able to get, you know, 20, 25-yard gains that have been taken away by penalty yardage. Now that's handed the ball off. He's got the Johnny Jones up to the 46-yard line. Great run, 13 yards, easy sledding Tigers.
See, if you're a tailback for the Tigers tonight, you're telling Coach Marino and Coach Ty, put me in there, please, and keep me in there, because you feel the opportunity to have a big game and pick up some huge yards tonight, and they haven't been able to stop any of our running backs up to this point.
Interesting formation. Now you have Osborne in the look at this, down the field to Goodman, and it's an excellent defensive player there, number 21 on the play, Vinny Minnow.
Yeah, that was a great play by that young man. He went up there and got a hand on it. If he doesn't do that, it's going to be a touchdown.
So Goodman was out there in the route, good-looking route. Interesting formation. You know, he rolled back out there to the right. Now Wester's in motion. There's jet sweep action. Receivers are afraid to make a block out there, but he's got the corner. He's got the first down and more, staying on his feet, and that's going to
still have a flag.
Now, you know, that time I saw the receiver over there in good position to make a block, was afraid of a holding call, bailed on the block.
Tackle on the play by number 28,
so
Noah Bengozi.
Bengozi makes the tackle. That's Noah Bengozi that makes the tackle there, but there's just been about a flag on every positive play that the Tigers have.
Yeah, and I'm not really sure, Brian. I mean, I'm not going to be a critical conspiracist here, but there are times when we see very unnecessary flags being thrown out here. You can't tell me
in the back against
that
Tigers.
An offensive unit that is as disciplined and experienced as the Tigers are holding on every single play. I just can't buy that.
Well, you know, they got him on the block at the back there, and one thing we're seeing here in high school football, and I'll talk about that after this play, we have Marino has this one in the shotgun, Goodman in motion, bubble screen, get a block out there. He's got a nice block. Cutting it up is Johnny Jones for a big pickup of 8 yards on that. The one thing that we've seen this year, inside the tackle box, they used to give you grace. You know, when you're blocking somebody and they turn their back on you. you know, and you're blowing somebody up. We've seen this over and over. If they turn away from you, it's called a block in the back. And what can you do?
No,
and especially on your jet sweep plays, your wide tosses, those kind of things. You know, it's very difficult.
It is. It is, and these guys are getting penalized for something that they don't even know is a penalty.
Right. Marino looks in the middle of the field. Now it looks wide, running to the right. Throws a rocket back there to Derek Marino. So it's the M&M connection, Marino to Marino. Brother to brother, Anthony to Derek. First down.
First down, Tigers.
How many times do you think they did that?
Tackle on the play by number 28.
Elementary school.
A ton.
Just out there running around. Derek telling Anthony, throw me the ball. I'm open.
That's fun
Good
to
job.
watch.
Good job by Derek to come back. And
Yeah, good job of squaring up, you know, running a hook and coming back to the ball, helping Anthony out on that. Now Fasano's got this one. Nice cut there.
That's going to be Kobe
He goes-
Mays.
Kobe Hayes is beautiful run. First down, Kobe Hayes.
Kobe Mays, a sophomore who we've seen him a few times here this year, but only a sophomore. Hasn't really had the opportunity to make any catches, but he's another very explosive young player that we get to look forward to here in the future.
Things are looking great for the Palmetto Tiger offense. Two receivers on both sides of the formation, and Elijah Davis in the backfield. Kobe Mays has this one, and he goes for a gain of about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, you know, Kobe is he's about 6'1", about 180, but he is very physical. He's one of the most physical receivers that you'll find out there on that side, and he's got just very deceptive speed. You know, he'll get up on you quick.
2 minute 55 seconds remaining here, first quarter. Nice rip
Just
up the
keep
throat
doing it.
out there. Mays, they're going to play soft.
Just keep feeding them.
And that's what I like about an experienced quarterback. They can just look at that, and you know, if you're going to play soft, we're just going to take 6, 7, 8 yard gains.
Kobe just tripled his production.